So what comics are you reading right now?
None right now. I gotta read. I have The Walking Dead and Invincible to read. But
Invincible is really good. There's one part of it in it, not really a spoiler, where they have a single issue to introduce about 7 characters, and they're supposed to, they're like a parody of the Justice League. And they introduce them, and they get you really attached to them, and then something happens to all of them. And it's like the best introduction to like a group of characters I've ever seen. And that comic is just so well written.
yeah, I've been told it's good by the people who lent it to me.
It's by the guy who did Walking Dead, so.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm super tired of Walking Dead.
Really?
I tried watching the 3rd season. I don't know.
If I find Frank, I'll find your father.
Everybody was saying the 3rd season was bad. The only bad part of the 3rd season was the last episode.
See, I didn't even get that far.
The second to last episode was, I think, might have been the best episode of Walking Dead that I've ever seen.
Was it?
Yeah. It was a Merle episode.
I know.
He's my favorite character.
I've been watching other things.
Hey, look, it's Northern North.
I spent a million hours watching all of Arrested Development that I've never seen before, and it's officially my favorite thing that's ever been on TV ever.
It's the best show.
It's so good. What my favorite joke is in the first episode, and it's just when Job is shoving
his dad
George Sr. into the Aztec tomb.
It's not my. You don't have time for my tricks, Dad. You don't have time for my illusions.
I don't have time for your tricks, son.
Tricks are something a whore does for movies.
You don't have time for my illusions.
Job is my favorite character on that show. I love Will Arnett.
Dude, I don't know. I love Job, but I also love Michael.
Tobias
is like, I get tired of Tobias.
Looks like I blew myself.
Yeah.
Or one of my favorite jokes in that entire series is Michael's talking to them about their relationship, and Tobias just says, "Oh, I didn't know you were the relationship expert, Michael. Oh wait, that's right, your wife is dead." It's like, Jesus Christ.
And the classic. It seems that I prematurely blew my wad on what was supposed to be a bit of a dry run, so now it seems like I have a bit of a mess on my hands. So many poorly chosen words in that sentence.
Alright, this is cool. I didn't know about this for a while, when I finally came over and listened to this. There's a phone call that happens right here.
What's happening there? I'm trying to contact
Just listen,
Steve.
listen. Because
Oh, no.
Joker answers.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I've looked everywhere, but I can only find his head. I'll get back to you when I find the rest of them.
Oh,
That's a little Easter egg.
it's fun. But have you watched the 4th season?
Yeah,
Rest of them?
like
I haven't watched it yet.
the Job episodes are my favorite. It's just like everybody was like, "Bye."
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yes. Like, I think the first Job episode is when I was like, okay, this season is officially good.
Yeah.
But right before that,
him and Anne.
yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to.
Right before, I think the episode before that is the first Tobias episode, and
God.
people are like, that's the one that they got to and they loved it. But it's just like the Tobias episodes are funny, but it's just like I can't take that much Tobias.
Yeah.
It's just too much for me.
The world's first analrapist. I just love Job, and I love Franklin.
Yeah. Franklin isn't in season 4. At least I didn't notice him. I can't remember.
Well,
now.
he becomes white in one episode
Yeah.
of season, like season 2. You've ruined the act,
There's,
Job.
there's a joke in season 4 where Tobias is introducing himself, and he says he calls himself how did he say it, like
Come on, Joey, you can do it. What are you trying to say?
Theralist or something like that. He just like switches around.
Oh,
the
no.
words. He's like, I used to call myself something else, but I realized that is not.
That's
You know,
good.
it's funny. little callbacks. There's a part, I don't want to spoil the jokes for you, but there's just a part where he mistakenly gets charged as a sex offender.
Oh god.
So he has to
Oh,
introduce
God.
himself, and he's just like, Tobias, I'm a therapist. I'm also a registered sex offender. And so from like the rest of the season, whenever he introduces himself, he's also like, I'm a registered sex offender. Just every time.
Oh god.
And there's always like police or something. Whenever he says hello, they're just like, and he's like, I'm also a registered sex offender.
That's amazing. I didn't know until the very end of the show that Ron Howard was narrating it.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, it didn't. I thought it was just Jason Bateman.
Oh no.
Because their voices are kind of similar.
No, they sound completely different. If you
But
ask me.
until I finally
Good old
saw
Ronnie
him, and I
Howard.
was like, God damn, I love you, Ron Howard.
He's good with that.
That's a good show.
I like seeing videos of him when he does the narrating, because it's just this gigantic screen of the show, and then he's just sitting there, you know, just talking.
Yeah, it's good. Do you ever see Death of Superman?
Yes, no, maybe. I've heard of it. For some reason, I can't remember if I.
It was a YouTube video a while back, and
Yeah.
Elijah Wood was in it, Ron Howard was in it, and it was John Landis who produced it and was narrating it. He was just talking about the comic Death of Superman.
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But you should watch that if you haven't actually seen it.
I don't think I've seen it. I can't remember now. But
Not yet, but I'm getting
yeah,
close.
I don't know.
Harley Quinn tried to slow me down.
It's just so much
Dropped
stuff
an
to
elevator
watch.
on me.
There always is. I need to
Of
catch
course
up on
not.
Game
I'll
Grumps.
get back to you when I reach the end.
Yeah,
Since the change.
yeah.
I only saw like the first part of the Punch Out episode.
Man, so far every episode with Dan has been great. It has been 2 episodes of Punch Out and 2 episodes of Super Mario Bros. 2, which
Yeah.
is, you know, like the Doki Doki.
Yeah, I
Panic
saw part of that. That was like,
And
I'd never actually seen that
it's-
game. That game was
Really?
weird looking.
Oh, it's
like
a fun
I
game.
knew about it, but goddamn, that game was weird.
It's a good game. It's a good one. They're all good games. I don't know. My sister was real into Mario, so I don't know. I was never any good at Mario. Like, for some reason,
I was good at Mario 1.
I can't. I just like I can do Mario, but it takes me a while. I was always better at Sonic because Sonic doesn't take as much effort.
Sonic.
Oracle. Joker's men have taken control of the cell block.
I remember this because this was always the gameplay demo that they'd show.
Yeah.
It was always this hallway, and it was like, this is the ideal location to show off all the detective mode and everything.
Isolate armed henchmen. The directive
I think this was actually in the demo for the game too, because it's got all of this introduction to these swinging mechanics and the gargoyles and all of this. But yeah, I'm trying to.
I love this game so much.
Yeah, it's a good game. So let's talk more about Batman then.
Alright, Batman. So, what Batman comics have you read?
I've just, you know, Batman.
Alright.
Like, I mean, I've read
Like,
just
what
like
stories
random
have you
things.
read?
I've read Nightfall, and I've read Killing Joke,
Good.
and I've read. I can't think of the names of them, but most of the big Joker storylines,
Yeah.
and then just more sort of just random bits with like the Riddler and things like that. And I read this one that Connor lent me. That's what's it called? It's right here. Hold on. There's so much stuff in this room. Night of Vengeance.
Night of Vengeance. Never heard of it.
It's like alternate universe where instead of Bruce's parents dying, Bruce dies.
Oh,
And his
no,
father
yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, his father
And-
becomes
and
Batman, and
his
his
mom
mother
becomes the
becomes Joker.
I always used to say that I think a really good thing would be Martha and his dad. I can't remember his dad's name.
It's something.
That's true.
You know,
It is something.
It's a name. It's something
Thomas,
Wayne.
Martha and Thomas come back, and Batman has to fight them, because that would be the ultimate test of Batman's character, because he went into crime fighting because of them, because they died, and if he had to fight them, it would just be like...
I feel like that'd be like...
It would be stupid.
Right,
it would probably be really stupid.
It'd have to be something where it's like Scarecrow...
It would have to be really well written.
Going nutty.
There we go.
But, you know...
If they could do that, I think that'd be awesome. But,
yeah, it'd be interesting.
Batman that I've read. I've always been a huge fan of Batman. I own Killing Joke, of course. I own 3 volumes of No Man's Land. I need to finish that. Nightfall. My favorite Batman comic that I've ever read is Hush. Because I think Hush might be one of my favorite villains.
Which one is it? I can't. I don't know.
Hush
if I've read that one.
is the guy who his thing is he cuts off people's faces, and he was Bruce Wayne's childhood friend. And he hated Bruce Wayne. He's like the polar opposite of Bruce Wayne. Hush tried to kill his parents to inherit their money, because he was his parents were also super rich. They're one of the super families of Gotham. And they ended up being saved by Bruce's parents. And so Tommy started to hate Bruce's parents, and he developed a vendetta against Bruce Wayne. And in Hush, he starts stealing people's faces, and he makes Bruce Wayne's face out of other people's faces. Because he's like this master plastic surgeon.
So he's a psychopath.
Crazy psychopath.
That's
as
the gist.
Most of Batman's villains.
Yeah.
But he wraps his face in bandages, and he has like the trench coat and 2 magnums. That's what like if you've ever seen it.
So he's pretty much the Invisible
like.
Man.
Kinda. He looks like the Invisible Man. Hush is really good.
It sounds good. I haven't read that one.
That's probably my favorite. I've also read Long Halloween, and I just got Dark Victory recently, and I'm trying to go through that. That was really close. Yeah, that was... I can't believe I got that. Let's see, I've also read...
Deus Ex Human Revolution is the other game that was on the Instant Collection now, by the way.
Oh,
I just thought about that, sorry.
I've been... Oh, God.
That was... That...
Still worked. Still worked.
Well, there's that guy. I like his little skeleton trot.
Nice.
That game, I forgot how good that game was, by the way.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. But I mean, like, I don't know. I get tired of it pretty quick now, because it's just like, well, I've done this before. It's one of the real good sort of open world stealth action games, which I think is pretty good. And I mean, it's a Square Enix game.
Yeah,
which, you know.
Square Enix is always good.
Well, not always.
Well,
but...
a lot of times it's good.
Yeah.
And Deus Ex is a apparently good series.
It is.
So, I have that for computer, and I started playing it, and I almost finished it, but... Well, not almost finished it. I got through a couple levels of it, and
must have figured out how I was tracking gold.
I want to finish it,
Officer Bull's
but
trail stops here.
I just never got really into it.
Yeah, it's just sort of like into it at the beginning, and then it's just sort of like,
the storyline didn't really captivate me.
I could go without this, because it's just sort of the same tone the whole time, and it's like there's nothing. I don't know.
Oh no! It's Riddler. Who's the Riddler voiced by?
Huh?
Who's the Riddler voiced by?
Good question.
Yes, it is I.
Because I like this Riddler.
Yes, it is I.
Edward Nygma. Dumbest name ever, by the way. The best Riddler that ever existed was Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, His
Riddler was actually really good.
I love the movie Batman Forever, and I don't care what anyone else says.
That's my favorite one!
Because I love Val Kilmer as Batman.
Okay, there's this one thing. Have I shown you the picture of Batman smiling? If not, I'm gonna send that to you. You're gonna put it up on the screen right now. You guys are all gonna see how ridiculous that picture is. Because there's this one scene where he's talking to Vicky Vale, and I think it's Vicky Vale, and like she just said something like nice about Batman, and he just It gives the creepiest smile. He like turns around and he's just like it's the creepiest thing ever, and I love it. Alright. Oh, he wants me to do that riddle.
Oh, he wants me. Oh.
Oh.
Don't cut yourself on this sharply observed.
Let's see.
I know what it is, Riddler. Shut up.
So you did it. Well done.
I would have expected a child to work that one out. You know, I've done like
The world's greatest
50% of the riddles already that are in this area. So fuck you, Riddler.
I'm over here, Batman.
I don't care, security guard. One thing that I saw about Arkham Origins that was cool. They were talking about Batman's gear, and he's not gonna have the same gear that he had before, which I'm really happy about because that would be more close to actual Batman rather than him having the same stuff every time. He always brings different stuff with him.
get too full of yourself,
I'm-
Dark Knight. It only gets
I'm kind of excited for that game, but it looks like they're reusing all the same assets from Arkham City, so
Well, I mean, what else?
which is what they're doing. But I mean,
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
well, I mean, they were able to change up the gameplay from Arkham Asylum to Arkham City, so I mean, I assume they would be able to do the same from Arkham City to Arkham whatever's coming up next.
Thought he was.
Oh, he's Wally Wingert.
Who?
Wally Wingert.
Surrounded
What's
by
that?
Blackgate prisoners.
You don't know Psycho Blue in Power Rangers in space?
Excuse me.
Because that's what you don't know that?
I'm sorry.
Oh, he was the voice.
Power
of-
Rangers in space.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Someone with them.
God damn.
Looked like the commissioner.
I'm trying to think of what other
They can't live without him.
loud.
Outlived his
Yeah.
useful
I'm trying to think of what other Batman comics I've read.
Scum.
Oh,
And-
Dark Knight Returns.
What else was he? He's Rufus Shinra in Advent Children as well.
Oh.
Which I have that on Blu-ray.
That's a Final Fantasy movie, right?
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
I've never seen it.
I like it. It's better than Spirits Within.
I love that movie. There's Steve Buscemi and Alec Baldwin in it. How can you not
Yeah.
love it?
Because it's
A
terrible.
lot of times. There's a lot of ways that you can't love that.
Smooth.